Well, good morning and welcome to Move Early, Move Often. It's Functional Friday, and I am Blake Martin, my fabulous co host. We got to figure out how to get him on here for this part of things because he's just so awesome. Is the irrepressible, the ever effervescent Thomas Karakolis. This morning, we're going to be doing movement with mass. I've got a very light shoe here. You could use a shoe if you've never worked with a mass before. Um, you could have a medicine ball. That's kind of like one of those more official kinds of things. You could take a sack of flour, Arva flour mill. Good flour. You could a jug of liquid would be really good too, and just make sure the lid is on. I made that mistake once, not doing it again. A newborn baby is about the right mass too, something under 10 pounds, 5 kilos, but you have to hold the neck and mind the fontanelles. Okay, so I'm not really thinking that a newborn baby is going to be great, but let's grab a mass. I'll take a shoe to begin with because I'm warming up. I just want something that's going to yoke my hands together. It's going to make my hands move together. And so it's going to control the movement of my torso and my shoulders. That's part of the reason for using mass. Another reason for using the mass is because what it's going to do is it's going to make it so that we have to apply a braking motion. We have to slow down the movement at the end, and then we have to reverse the movement. And this is really great from a functional standpoint, this ability to slow something down and then reverse direction. It's develops lots of muscles. It develops neuromuscular pathways that are important for all kinds of movements. So I'm going to, as our warm-up, where's my timer? We're going to, as our warm-up, we're going to do the actual exercises. I'm distracted because I don't know where my timer is, but it's going to be okay. I think we'll do sets. Okay, so our first exercise is something called a swing. So really importantly, we'll raise our hands up. You don't want to go too far back, so we're just doing this very lightly. We're going to bend our knees, and our hands are going to come, and our elbows are going to bounce against the inside of our thighs, and then we come up. So we're a little wider than shoulder width apart. You're going to come down, bounce, come up. Bounce, and come up. And so your arms kind of are providing, and the inside of your leg is providing the resistance for the return on the mass. When you've got something heavier, it'll make more sense. All right? So that's exercise number 1, swings. And we'll do, I think we'll do 20 of those. And then we're going to do chopping. So chopping is you're going to raise your hands. I'm going to step back so you can see the top of my hands. You're going to raise your hands to one side. My feet are about a little wider than shoulder width apart. And I'm going to bring my arm across. And I'm going to step over that knee. And I'm going to bring my arm across and past. So do that with me. You're going to step. And then we do the same thing to the opposite side. You step. And step. And step. So you're always pointing with your shoulders in the direction that you're going. And step. And step. And step. And step. And we'll do 20 of those. All right? Then we'll do bailers. So bailers are almost the exact opposite of chopping, and we'll do them unilaterally. We'll do one side at a time. So what this is if you're ever worked on a farm, you can either take, in the really olden days, they would take the pitchfork and they'd throw the straw up onto the top of the straw wagon. But then a little bit later, they got bales, and so you take these bales and you grab the bales by the twine and you throw them up. So we're going to be in a slight T stance here with one leg a little bit forward, and you're going to go up and up. Do this with me, please. And up and up. And then we're going to switch sides, 20 on the other side as well. Up and up and up and up. And the real emphasis is on the upward part of the movement. There'll be a slight twist in your torso, but because we're already facing in this direction, it's going to be quite straight. When we're turning our torso, you're careful that your low back is not moving, that it's really about your shoulders, your upper thoracic spine here. Okay? So that's Baylor's, left and right. And then we're going to do reverse lunges left and right. So we'll go reverse lunge. So what we're doing is we're stepping backwards, and we're just doing this slowly. This is our warm-up, this slow action here. So you're going to step backwards and twist. My shoulders, my hands are yoked with the object that I'm using. All right? So let's just do one more on that side for warm-up, and then we'll switch sides. I'm just turning so you can see me. You don't have to turn. Turn. Now that wasn't great because my knee was way forward here. I want it so that when I need to step back a little bit further, I really want this kind of 90-90 when I come down. And then twist. And reverse lunging. Yes. Left and right. And we'll do 10 of those on each side. And then we're going to do goblet squats. So a goblet squat, you're in a nice wide stance, a little wider than shoulder width apart. And you're going to come down, and the masses, you're holding it low. And you're going to bring it past your chest, and raise it up. Raise it up. So as you're going down, so when we come up, I really want you to have that sense that you're pressing your legs together, the inner thighs together, and you're kind of drawing up through the center of your spine. So nice squat, raise, drink, toast to Schwarzenegger, the god of weightlifting. And then the last activity we're going to do, and we'll do 20 of those goblet squats. And then the last activity we'll do with our mass is we're going to make circles around our head. Circle in one direction. And what you want to do with your mass is you want the mass to go kind of past your ear, behind your head, past your other ear, and in front. So we're kind of leaning. You don't want to really super hyperextend, but we are doing a slight hyperextension in the back with this low mass. And we're doing it with considerable control. As you're going around, keep your heels grounded. So your heels should be grounded in all instances. Okay, that was the warm-up. Let's grab a mass and let's get to it. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. I've got some dishwashing liquid here, and that's what I'm going to use for my mass today. So we're going to start with swings. We're going to do 20 swings. So you're going to raise your jug up, and you'll swing it down. 1, 2, 3. Keep a nice straight back when you go down. 4, 5. Don't hit your table. Don't let go. 8, 9, 10. 10 more. Raise it up. 3, 4. My arms are moving together. 5. Watch your cervical spine. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And you want to shake out your shoulders there. And we're going to do chopping. I'm going to hold this end for end so that my shoulders and arms are yoked. We'll step. 1, 2, 3. Emphasis on downward motion. 4. Keep your knee over your toes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you're using a shoe, there's no shame in a shoe. There's no shoe shame here. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's take a little rest. Just stretch out behind. Bailers. We'll do Bailers left first. So you're, again, just holding it end for end. Upward focus. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep your knee aligned over your toes. 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. I said 20. We're going to do 10 each side. 10. The other side. 2, 3. Really? Upward motion. 4, 5. Twisting at the shoulders. 8, 9, 10. Very good. Excellent. And now we're going to do alternating lunges with a twist, reverse lunges. I'll turn sideways. So 1. All on one side first. 2. I said alternating, I lied. All same side. 4, 5, 6. Keep your shoulders and your hands matched. My wife apparently is having a very loud meeting. 9 and 10. All right. Other side. 1. Oh, my knee went a little bit forward there. I need to step back a little further. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keeping your shoulders moving with your hands. 8, 9, 10. You can tell why I need my timer because I lose track of where I am. All right, those were reverse lunges on both sides. Now I'm going to do goblet squats. And I said 20, we're going to do 10 of those as well, because if we're going to do another round, it's not going to work. So you got to know when to adjust. And here we go. 1, 2, and as we go down, we offer 3. This is a product placement for this product. I should probably turn it around 4 so I don't get in trouble with someone. 5, 6. Keep your shoulders down as your arms go up. 7. You don't want your shoulders up around your ears. 8, 9, and 10. Good stuff. And last, we have our circles. So you may just need to do a little shaking out here. This is a shoulder heavy workout with a nice shoulder width stance, a little bit wider. We're going to take our object, we're going to circle it past our ear, behind our head, past our other ear, and in front. Opposite direction. 2, 3, 4, careful that you're not hyperextending too much in the low spine. You want to have good control. So your heels should be anchored. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Okay, I apologize. Without my timer, I'm going a little bit long on these sets, and I don't want to burn you out. If you need to switch to a different object, do that. You can grab a shoe. Again, the idea is that our hands and shoulders are yoked by this object that we're moving. They're moving together, creating this pattern of synchrony between for your muscles. All right, so we're going to do round 2. So our second round of this, and there will be 10 of each activity. So we're going to start with swings. So for the swings, again, shoulder width apart, hands over the head, and down, and up. 2, 3, keep your shoulders down. 4, back is nice and straight when you come down. 5, you're bending at the hips. 6, 7, 8, 9, back is straight. 10. All right, great. And now chopping. We'll do 5 chops on each side. All right. So the chopping, we'll step over the leg. 1, 2, downward motion. 3, 4, real emphasis on the down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Bailers, left. So the upward motion, 1, 2, reminiscent of snow shoveling. Well, 1 week ago, feels like. 6, 7, 8. Keep your knee aligned. 10. And opposite leg. 1, 2, upward movement. Well, I'm lifting my heel. 3, I should not be doing that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. If you need to switch to a shoe, you do that. You just switch to that shoe. It'll be reverse lunges left and reverse lunges right. Sorry? No, it was 10 chops on. They were alternating chops for those of you at home who may be confused. And alternating lunges. Not alternating lunges. Lunges left, reverse. 2, 3, 4. A voice from the void was speaking to me. Shoulders and hands should be matched as you go back. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching legs. Other leg, stepping back into your lunge with the twist. So your hands and shoulders are pointing over the standing leg. 3, 4, 5, 6. If you want a better workout for your shoulders, hold your arms out further. Better workout for your biceps, Keep your arms in tighter. 8, 9, 10. All right, brilliant. We now have our goblet squats. So with 10 offerings, as we squat, feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. And as we squat, reaching up, 2. You don't have to look up, 3. But it feels really dramatic to me. For like you're kind of saying, here, take this weight out of my hands. 5, 6, 7. If you were doing this with a newborn baby, by now they would have thrown up on you for sure. So maybe don't do it with a newborn baby. I think that's my advice. Anyways, even though they're the right weight. Okay, and now our circles. So with the object in front of you, go past your ear. Keep your heel anchored past the back of your head, past your other ear, and in front. Opposite direction. Past your ear, past your other ear, in front. 3, 4, 6. Keep your hips in place. 7. And your heels anchored. 8. Don't hyperextend too much. You have to hyperextend a little bit. 9. And 10. All right. And let's just cool down our shoulders a little bit. So just inward rotation. So just bring your fists and rotate them all the way in. Outward rotation all the way out. Inward rotation all the way in. Outward rotation all the way out. Take your arm across in front low and draw it right across. So this is low. This isn't the one higher up. We're going to do the same thing with the other one. Low and across. Going to take the arm behind the head and do nice drawing the elbow across, and then, just so you can see what I'm up to, I'm pressing this bone down, my ulnar bone, I'm pressing it down with my heel of my palm and trying to get it toward the center of my back. I'm pulling the elbow across the head, and now I'm going to draw the arm across in front. It was an arm heavy workout. Your shoulders may be sore tomorrow if you're not used to this kind of a thing. Same thing for the opposite arm. Arm behind the head. And with your palm, you're pressing down the ulnar bone and pulling the elbow, the point of the elbow, towards the center of your spine. Or a little past if it'll reach. Mine doesn't reach. I'm okay with that. I know my limitations and I'm trying to work beyond them, but I know they're there. And I don't get angry with myself. Drawing the arm across. In front. All right. Shake it low. Shake it high. Shake it low. Shake it high. All right. You've moved early in a functional way. These movements, there's all kinds of places where you'll see them in life. Actual chopping, actual baling, all kinds of occupations use these movements in different ways. And if we're particularly in our sedentary lifestyle, we sometimes miss it, things like this when we're sitting at our desks. They go across multiple planes of movement, so the sagittal plane and the coronal plane and the transverse plane. They go in all those planes, and they use groups of muscles in interesting ways. And by holding an object, we yoke our body together. It protects us somewhat, but it also reinforces some of those movement patterns. You moved early. I hope you remember to move often. It is Friday. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you back for Momentum Monday. Take care.